Fair enough. I'll put you in your place.
Nobody walks away!
I hope you like pain! Out of a...
Ja, ich war am Reden, aber egal. Nein, 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 nein. Komm erstmal zurück. Dankeschön. Dann hätte ich bitte gern... Wunderbar. Ne, Auction, Gedöns, I don't care. I don't care. Joink. Normale Boats, wollt ihr mich verarschen? Ja, es kann sein, dass ich eventuell ein bisschen früher in die Stadt gehe, weil ich potenziell noch ein Weihnachtsgeschenk kaufen muss. Das sage ich dir aber dann noch Bescheid.
To battle! To battle!
No, leave my Sharwin alone. Thank you. Synchronsterben. Schön. Ach, das finde ich jetzt nicht so schlimm. Das finde ich persönlich jetzt nicht so schlimm, dass man alles einzeln looten muss. So, da vorne sind noch die letzten. So. $10.000. Aber ich habe den Mod auf Dragon Age Origins auch schon installiert und der ist schon praktisch, das muss man dazu sagen. Der ist schon sehr praktisch. So, bevor wir jetzt aber hier in den Golden Apple, sondern in das andere reingehen, teleportieren wir uns verkaufen. Dann gehen wir mal in der Stadt noch kurz gucken, ob wir nicht irgendwoher eine bessere Rüstung oder sowas bekommen. Bessere Rüstung, besseres Schild.
One of the bar. I believe I heard Lord Nasher him.
I require temper services. Dankeschön. Glittering Necklace. Wofür das Holy Water ist, weiß ich immer noch nicht. Weg. Smuggler's Coin ist... Erstmal verkaufen. Potion of Law, Protection from Alignment, City of Chainmail Morningstar. So, dann... Quest Item. So, was haben wir denn hier? Sickle +1, Alexandrit, Aventurin. Noch mehr Smugglers Coins. Was haben wir denn hier noch? Anarchit weg. Garnet, Poison Bolt, bla, weg. Weg. So. Blub. Habe ich das Special Holy Water jetzt zweimal? Sehe ich das richtig? Ja, habe ich. Okay. Ne, das eine ist eine Gaudy Statuette. Okay, die muss ich in der Moonstone per Moonstone Mask abgeben. Ein Antidote. Gothic 1 und 2 waren mit... Klar, es waren Tank Controls, aber es war eigentlich mit nur Tastatur recht gut spielbar. Das muss man... Ich wollte gucken, ob du irgendwas Tolles zu verkaufen
One of the
hast
bar. I
mittlerweile.
believe I heard.
Tower Shield... So, ich wollte jetzt mal gucken, mein Zauber hier. Magic Vestment macht was? Was für ein AC-Bonus gibt das denn bitte? Ich wär froh, das wird dabei stehen, ob das ein Deflection-Bonus, ob das ein Evasion-Bonus, ob das... Und da nicht bitte Haste. Egal. Wenn der Zauber mal eh nichts bringt, packe ich lieber noch ein Cure Wounds ein, glaube ich. Egal. So. Father.
Greetings to you again.
Describe security statuette from Android Golden. Pay you now. 400 gold should satisfy your pockets. Whoop whoop. Gab wenigstens auch Erfahrung. Yes. Nicht genug für ein Level Up, mind you. So, hier ist kein Händler, ne? So, ich brauche jetzt auch noch irgendeinen Waffenhändler. Oder zumindest mal einen Schildhändler, damit ich ein besseres Schild bekomme, damit ich weniger gut getroffen werde. So. Wenn ich jetzt mal gucke, wenn ich den Umhang ausziehe und wieder anziehe. Okay, das gibt mir... Wenn ich jetzt den Umhang auslasse und den Zauber auf mich wirke, bekomme ich dann auch Armor Class? Nein. Das heißt, das ist wahrscheinlich das... Genau. Das ist einfach der gleiche, wie schon auf der Rüstung drauf ist. Aber ich hatte vorher keine Rüstung mit plus AC. Warum hat er dann vorher schon nicht gestackt? Das verstehe ich nicht. Ah, egal. So, Dalen, mit dir will ich kurz reden. Who are you? I'm Dalen Red Tiger of the Uthgar tribes of the Frozen North, but it has been over a year since I left my people and came to Neverwinter. Now I earn my living as a blade for hire. Have fun, Aldi. I'm sorry, but I don't know much about the Uthgar tribes. There are some in the city who call my people savage barbarians, but they know nothing of the Uthgard. We are great warriors and hunters, following the herds and living off the land. My tribe is noble but small. Among them there was little chance for a young warrior to prove himself and earn a wife. But I am young and strong, and my people are renowned for their skill in battle. Here in Neverwinter I found work on the docks as a guard for the cargo and shipments being transported. Then what happened? The coming of the plague changed everything. The quarantine halted all incoming and outgoing ships. There was no work and no money. I should have left the docks then. Many of the dock workers were afflicted. Men I had come to know as friends, I stayed to ease their suffering, but in the end I could do nothing to save them from the wailing death. With my friends dead, there was no reason to stay in the docks, not with things getting worse. Now I earn a living with my axe as a freelance mercenary. What did you mean about the docks? The quarantine trip, blah, das wissen wir schon in Uthgar, but I will not dishonor my tribe. I refuse to serve these men. I will not become a common thug or murderer. As before I left, I talked blah, das wissen wir auch schon, and helpless slaves sought at the filthy den of sin. The word spread quickly on the street. Perhaps I could have learned more before I left, but I had no interest in such transaction. I'm a warrior, not a smuggler. Ich brauchte I work for Lady Aribeth. My reputation is well known throughout the city, so I have no fear your mission will bring dishonor to me, blah blah. Versuchen wir's mal. Perhaps we could split the difference and settle on... Ja, ist okay. So, jetzt müssen wir mit ihm reden. Für Erfahrung.
Yes?
I just want to talk for a while. If you're going to be my henchman, I'd like to know more about you. I would ask that before I tell you about myself, you tell me something of yourself. Among my people it is said that in knowing our companions we come to know ourselves. I admit that I fight only for gold, but I know nothing of your motivations. Why do you serve Neverwinter during these darkest of times? It says that in times of darkness, great heroes must do great deeds. It is how legends are forged. So you seek to make a name for yourself here, a noble cause, and one I am familiar with. I came to the city to make a name for myself, to forge a legend that even the tribe of my mother would hear. Instead, I found myself guarding crates and barrels against common thugs. Yet, even the sordid world of the docks, my reputation spread. Several captains asked me to join their crews. Perhaps if the plague had not come, the name Dalen Red Tiger would have become a legend in the high seas. Don't worry, stick with me and Bart. Perhaps it is for the best that I joined the ship's crew. It's unlikely the Uthgard would ever have heard my name, heard of my accomplishments. My place is here in the north. And this I will bring no honor to my mother's name by fleeing on a ship. Only if I can stay, I can hope to redeem the shame of my father's blood and end my exile. Exile? Shame? What are you talking about? Please forgive me. I became lost in blah. Okay, dann reden wir halt nochmal mit dir. In the time we've been together, you have respected my request for privacy. Now I feel I'm ready to tell... Ich war 2 Sekunden nicht mit ihm gesprochen. Okay, jetzt bitte. Und plötzlich... Ja klar, natürlich rede ich jetzt plötzlich mit dir. Ich kenne dich schon so lange. Das ist das Problem, wenn sowas an Level gekettet ist. Now I feel I'm ready to tell you the rest of my tale. I mentioned my exile to you before. The truth is I did not willingly have to leave the Uthgard to come to Neverwinter. The tribe cast me out. I'm a monstrous half-breed. As a child it was obvious my blood was tainted. I was violent and savage. It was only because of the pleas of my mother that the tribe did not slay me as an abomination while still an infant. Did they hate you so much just because you were different? You don't understand. Not only am I different, I'm a half-orc. The orcs are my tribe's most hated enemies. For generations they have warred with the Uthgard. How could my tribe welcome me when I am living reminder of their worst foe? What about your father? I never knew my father. My mother never spoke of him, though I saw the pain in her eyes whenever I asked. But where the pain came from, I could not say. Some in our tribe said he was a vile beast who forced himself on my mother during a raid. Others claimed my mother loved him and welcomed him to her bed, then wept when he was murdered by the warriors who discovered them. The truth I shall never know, for I died with my mother last winter. At her death, the tribe cast me out. Can you blame them? Why waste good provisions on a half-breed bastard yet to prove himself in the world? You're better off without those bigots. I bear my tribe no ill will. They had little choice. Until I prove myself, they cannot be certain where my loyalties lie. Once I show the spirit of the Uthgard is pure within me, the Red Tiger tribe will welcome me back. It is not as if they abandoned me in the cold. They gave me food and weapons before they sent me out, and the sacred talisman of the tribe once carried by my mother. I cannot speak of it. It's too painful. I want to help you. I thank you for your kind offer. Blah blah, please. Blah blah
Yes.
blah blah. I
Is there
just want to
something
talk
you
for a
need?
little. I suppose you deserve to know the rest of the story. I have kept this way upon my heart, but we are in this together. If I cannot turn to a fellow adventurer, who in this world can I turn to? There is something troubling me. My quest to prove my worth as an Uthgard warrior has not yet begun, and I already fear I failed. Failed? How? I am not the first Red Tiger warrior to be exiled in this way, though most to undertake a vision quest to do so as punishment for committing some crime or transgression against the tribe. When the warrior is sent from the tribe, he is given a special talisman. This talisman must remain by his side, for its magic brings the visions, and the visions illuminate his quest. My talisman was simple, brewed, formed by my mother, one of sentimental and spiritual value. Alas, I fear my quest will never be complete now, as the talisman, the key to my visions, is lost. It happened shortly after I started work at the docks. I tried to keep a vigilant guard over the talisman, but the district is crawling with pickpockets and cut purses. Ever since it was stolen, I have sought the brooch, but how can one locate such an object? It's unique, but of little monetary value. It may be a thief who stole it, threw it away when he realized how little it was worth. That was partly... Ich habe doch die Brosche schon gefunden. Somehow. I know I should have never found my mother's brooch again. Is this the brooch you were talking about? My mother's brooch, blah. Treasure to reward you, but there's one thing, a small token perhaps, but it's all I have. Among my people, there's nothing we value more than friendship. You have proven yourself a true friend. So I give you this amulet as a sign of the bond we share. Thank you. Was haben wir bekommen? Amulet of the Red Tiger Tribe. +1. Was macht das? Strength plus ends? I'll take it. Was machst du nochmal? Okay, I don't take it. Immunity Fear. Dalen's Feather. I don't want to sell it. Ich glaube, die muss man auch aufheben, wenn man die später noch in Quests braucht, die Sachen. But until I receive my vision, you got me in my quest, I remain by your side, bla. Dann kommt Sharwin bitte wieder mit mir. Vielen Dank.
I suspect.
Hail to ye!
Abathar raids mercenaries, blah. Fuck that. Who are you?
Hello there. You don't have the look of one of those Neverwinter soldiers about you. Neither do you show any evidence of having contracted the plague.
Learning about you distinguishes you from the ordinary citizen. Based on my observations, I venture the hypothesis that you're an adventurer, correct? You're right. My name is Blah. Who are you? No sorcerer from the island of Lantern who has recently arrived here. The Lanternese are people guided by the analytical principle of science, observation, reason, and logic, but don't allow yourself to be misled by rumors and hearsay. We aren't all cookie inventors, as some would have you believe. I myself am a sorcerer, for example. A sorcerer? I thought the Lanternese people do not disparage magic, though many do not understand it. However, in my land we rely on the arcane far less than the other peoples of Faerun. We prefer to seek blah blah magecraft and... What are you doing in winter? I left my home, it's not uncommon to take journey, sword course, hearing trouble. Came to investigate. Find the beggar's nest. And I were unable to come. I thought that I was... Ich erinnere mich nicht an den Sorcerer. Das ist unsere... Gibt's hier echt keinen Waffenhändler? Jetzt mal ganz im Ernst. Was soll denn das? Ich habe eigentlich einen... Doch, ich weiß, wo einer ist. Ich bin falsch. Da vorne ist ja auch noch Shining Knights in Arms. Wie wär's dann, wenn? Ich müsste jetzt ein hoch genuges Level haben, dass bessere Items auftauchen.
Hello?
Ja, sie wird ja for sale. Tower Shield, Large Shield plus 1. Da sind wir bei 3 minus 2. Das gleiche. Brawler, Swordsman, Slashing Resist, Dexterity of Uga Power. Das klingt nicht schlecht, die Handschuhe auf Ogre Power. Full Plate, 8. Was haben wir hier? Auch 8 für 20% weniger Gewicht. Okay, das lohnt sich momentan nicht. Die Boots of Striding machen Con plus 1. Bringt mir Con plus 1 was? Nö. Also, ich kaufe erstmal die. Das hier sind normale Bracers of Armor, die kann ich verkaufen. Boots of Striding. Greater Archer's Belt. Concentration plus 1. Hast du Waffen? Wahrscheinlich keine besseren als das, was ich schon habe. Ist okay. Natural Armor plus 1. Ring of Protection. Okay, nee, du hast also sonst nichts weiter. Gehe ich mal noch in den Cloak Tower, weil da ist ja auch noch der Händlerin drin. Die hat zwar Magierzeug, aber da sollten bestimmt auch noch andere Sachen dabei sein.
I recognize.
Nymphencloak, Cloak of Fortification. Was ist denn verkehrt? Boots of Striding, Belt of Guiding Light, Immunity 4. Das ist auf jeden Fall was, das könnten wir uns beim Auge behalten. Kostet 4000. Ah, ich weiß für wen das Sacred Water sein könnte. Das könnte für Lino sein. macht Licht. Macht Lore und er macht Immunity 4. Was macht der? Einfach nur Charisma plus 1. How about we buy this? Du wirst aber aufgehoben. So. Boots of Striding. Nee. Cloak of Protection. Ja, auf jeden Fall besser als der Cloak of Fortification. Ne, der Cloak of Fortification wäre besser als der Cloak of Protection. Joink. Jetzt sind wir pleite, aber wir haben ein bisschen besseres Gear. Dann gehen wir nochmal zu Dino. Ja, mit dem müssten wir dann auch, ich glaube, für die ist mich das Weihwasser, wenn ich mich nicht ganz irre. Das habe ich jetzt hoffentlich noch nicht verkauft. Ne, Special Holy Water. Hätte ich vorher können dran denken. Wow, Pathfinding.
Please now, I already told you that I didn't mean to step on your cat. It ran right in front. Oh, you're not that other one.
Okay. Oh goodness, how embarrassing. Why does this always happen to me? Who are you? Before I tell you anything about me, I would like to ask you a question, if you don't mind. Go ahead. You're not one of those dirty, underhanded, conniving thief types, are you? No, I'm not. Why do you ask? I have nothing but problems with irritating, despisable thieves ever since I left, but that's not important right now. Let me introduce myself. Okay. My name is Linu Laneral, a devout priest of Sehanin Moonbow. I seek to continue my adventures by hiring myself out as a healer. Why are you here in the barracks rather than helping the plague victims? I came to the city believing that I would stem the tide of plague by the powers of Sehanin. Alas, I defied my every attempt to find a cure. I worked long, hard hours for the Temple of Tyr, trying to alleviate the pain of the sick. Finally, after working through several days and nights, I was exhausted. When I tried to stand, I fainted. Then what happened? Well, I fell over and bumped into a glass statue of the symbol of Tyr. One of the balance plates flew across the room and smashed spectacularly right above the head of the high priest. The crash was so shocking that the priest sat down right on top of a rather large shard of glass. I'm sure it healed up just fine, once they stripped him and pulled it out. I was unhurt, but the other priests didn't seem too concerned about that at the time. They asked me to find somewhere else to help with the wounded, as if it was my fault somehow. Are you really that clumsy? I'm not really clumsy, I was just tired. My troubles don't come from a lack of dexterity, so much as poor timing. Don't worry, I'm good in a fight and an excellent healer. I'm looking for a good healer, blah. Fuck you. So, dann reden wir jetzt und haben wir mit ihr. Nicht rechtsklick,
Hey there,
linksklick.
dear. What can I do for you?
I just want to talk for a while. If you're going to be working together, I'd like to know more about you. I guess that is understandable. I have been away from my home and friends for a long time now. I would like to get to know you too. Alright, what questions do you... Why did you leave your homeland? You don't start with easy questions, do you? That's a bit of a difficult question to answer, but I will do my best. Oh god. I had worked in the Temple of the Full Moon and in Everesca for about 6 years before I left my home. I loved the peacefulness of the temple, but even there, accidents and tricks of fate made life difficult. It wasn't usually anything big, just me in the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't know why, but I didn't have any luck. Well, but luck happens to all of us at one time or another. It's not always bad luck though, sometimes I can be a little gullible. That's what got me into trouble and sent me away from Everesca. I was collecting tiles one day when a heavily cloaked figure came begging at the temple. He looked like a starving child, so I took him inside for the inner sanctum to get him some food. When I came back, he was gone. There was also something else missing, something very precious to the church. What did the thief steal? I can't talk no more about this, blah blah. Fine, blah blah.
Hey there, dear. What can...
Tell me more about your story, and that is when... Destroy the city, came, presented priest with a silver goblet, and that is what was stolen? Yes, the thief stole it right out of the temple, managed to sneak out of a risk, and was my accomplishment there. The other priests were rightfully mad, only the head priest was willing to concede that it could have happened to anyone else, but of course it didn't. It happened to the person that broke the head of the golden statue of Corellian. So I stayed up all night praying to Seonin to guide my path. The goddess heard my prayer, and just before the first ray of light broke the dark, I was granted a vision. I saw myself leaving Everesca and going at the end of the journey. I returned with a chalice. The trip itself was a blur. I had no idea where to go, other than north and west. And the priest told me that would take me far away from them. They had a cheerful celebration of my sacred quest. It was the first moment in my life when I felt truly belonged. But now they will never welcome me back. Surely it's not fate. You will find it someday.
Hey there, dear.
If I cannot turn to a fellow priest to help me, then who should I turn to? I'm sorry I was overcome with despair, but you see I found the silver chalice of Moonbow once already. I found it in a small town called Lork, but then I lost it again. How in the name of the holy did you lose it again? As I said, I found the chalice in the merchant town of Lork. The thief, a halfling, tried to sell it to a scent merchant, but when the halfling tried to charge him 5 and claimed the religious artifact as tribute to Bane. The halfling thief protested, but the mayor of the town is sent as well. Next thing the halfling knew, he was arrested for the murder of an old woman who had spit in the face of a sent soldier the day before. Obviously, he never committed the crime. It never fails to shock me when people are capable of such injustice. How did you find all of this out? I found out that what happened when I showed up in town and saw a mob of people about to hang him. Everyone was laughing, telling the story to anyone who would listen. They actually thought that such injustice was funny. Even the bloody merchant was there for the hanging, and he was drinking from the sacred chalice. I can't believe he was that sent for you. Yes, so I have discovered. They already have the rope around the halfling's neck. When I heard the whole story, I didn't know what to do, but I had to stop it. I ran yelling for them to stop it. I tripped and fell in the mud, looked up and saw the face of a kindly grandmother. I reached up for hand and she kicked me right in the teeth. You got beat up by an old woman. You may think that's funny now, but it was devastating at the time. The mob turned into a giant brawl with fists and laughter, flying everywhere. I crawled out of the crowd and fled town, weeping as I ran to the forest and collapsed in the bushes. So as I lay there weeping, I heard a twig snap. I spun around. Standing there behind me was the halfling. He winked at me and toasted me with the chalice which he had in his hand. I cried out that he just laughed and disappeared into the wood. There was him again. I know I shall probably never find the chalice again, but if I find it, I'll let you know.
I suspected you'd...
So, okay, es war doch nicht. Was ist das denn für ein Special Holy Water? Okay, wenn keiner von euch googelt, google ich halt selbst. NWN Special Holy Water. Mhm. Okay, das ist ein Crafting Ingredient. Oh, toll. Super, umsonst hergerannt. Naja, jetzt haben wir Linus Gelaber schon hinter uns. Sehen wir das Ganze mal positiv an. So, ich habe den Spell eben verbraten. Das heißt, ich muss jetzt im Tempel nochmal rasten. Dann buffen wir uns und dann gehen wir... Ich habe immer noch 21 AC. Das heißt, der Spell bringt nix. Das heißt, die... Hä? Müsst ihr so viel in der D&D-Gruppe schreiben? Wenn ich nicht lesen kann. So. Immer noch 21 AC. Weird. Egal. Das kann ich vielleicht auf die Spinne zaubern. Ah. Okay. Ich kann es zwar drauf zaubern, aber es bringt halt gar nicht. Super. Mhm. So, gehen wir gleich mit allem rein. Gehen wir mit allem rein. That's a different encounter than before. Vielleicht ist jetzt auch was anderes da. Öfter speichern. Okay, die Sword Spider ist noch gleich. Change hat +1 ist auch gleich geblieben. Let's go upstairs. In unser Verderben mit den scheiß Stackbeeteln. Ah. Okay. Studded Leather Armor plus 2 und Drachenblut. Ich meine, die Studded Leather Armor plus 2 wäre toll, wenn sie mehr Armor Class hätte als das, was ich schon habe. So. Schauen. Yes, bitte wieder mitkommen. Dankeschön. Warum bin ich jetzt gestorben? Jetzt mal ganz im Ernst. Nee, ich hatte keine Temp-HP. Es ist gestern schon mal passiert. Kann ich dir nicht sagen, dass du... Ich meine, okay, ich habe Con gebufft, aber nur um 1, glaube ich. Ich hatte eh schon... Was habe ich denn normal? Toll, jetzt ist ein anderes Scheiß-Item drin, ey. Fuck you. Fuck you, ey. Drecksspiel. Ah, doch, ist okay, ich weiß warum. Con erhöht uns, anstatt die Heilung und Buff auslaufen gleichzeitig passieren, werden erst die Buffs entfernt. Das ist aber ein dummes System. Das ist ein saudummes System.
One of the bards here. I believe I heard Lord Nasher him.
Toll, Linus Token ist eine scheiß Blume, ey. Elfengedöns, ey. Upp. Wo ist der scheiß Mond? Da. Toll, weniger Geld bekommen. Das Spiel mich hat. GZ Naldi. Und WB. Falls ich WB nicht schon gesagt habe. Scheißdreck da. So, kommt bitte her. Save. Gott! Okay, mit einem Spinnopfer hat es scheinbar funktioniert. Heil mich bitte. Ist okay, trinke ich halt einen Trank. Echt jetzt? So basically I fucked up by dying without knowing that I... Das wertvollste Item wird mir jetzt durch einen Reload rerollt. Super. Fühlt man sich echt toll.
Can I help you?
Acting my humble so before we continue, I draw your attention to my guards and my many warning devices. I have nothing against those who make their living off thieves, but I will not be a target. I need to make a living too. I have the standard selection of gear. I have other things as well, but they are probably not of interest of you. You are a guard, are you not? Tower Shield +1. Immerhin nur eine Halfplate +1, das heißt, ich habe besseres Zeug. Was hast du an Waffen? Scimitar +1. Ansonsten auch nur +1 alles. Also okay, das stört mich wenig, das heißt, ich brauche weniger Geld hier. Du hast ein paar Zauber, du hast ein Period of Wisdom, hey, Natural Armor, Bag of Holding. Oh, oh, die ist zu teuer, oder? What? Nur 3000? Well. Es reicht aber trotzdem nicht. Es reicht einfach nicht. Egal. So. Warte mal, sollte nicht noch... Hallo, Logbuch. Docks, Northwestern Quarter Aqueduct. Northwestern Quarter Aqueduct. Das ist dann da vorne. Das heißt, ich muss da vorne jetzt rein. Aber vorher raste ich noch einmal, dass ich meine Spinne nochmal rufen kann. Und dann buffe ich nochmal durch. Was machst du nochmal? Das Towerschild kaufe ich mir vielleicht nicht. Das bekomme ich bestimmt auch demnächst übergeworfen. Ich sehe es jetzt schon kommen. Und dann bereue ich es, dass ich Geld dafür ausgegeben habe. Das weiß ich nicht. Ich weiß nicht mal, wo ich da mit handeln kann. Weil der wollte mir ja gerade nichts verkaufen für Smugglers Coins.
Hello.
I help.
Was mir denn von Piraten sagen, wo ich lang gehen kann? Nein.
Done and done.
Ha! Wie gut, dass ich es nicht gekauft habe.
Sorry.
Echt jetzt? Okay, alles lotst mich zur Bar. Ist okay, ich hab's verstanden. Nordwestlich, oder ist sonst nur das Anwesen? Hier ist eigentlich für mich der Eingang zum Aquädukt. Aber offensichtlich ist es nicht.
Who are you, fool? Don't you know not to...
How about that? So you want to keep going with some death cheese wine? Or have you had enough? Oh god. Well, it looks like we're getting serious. Alright then, from the bowels of the earth, a downright poisonous brew, dark elven tequila. Tequila. You're not stopping, are you, Swigig? Swigit. Well, I guess you'd have sat down. Still, you're proving yourself to me. Everything after Dwarven Red Eye was just to see how crazy you are. Nope, I don't have to worry about you one bit. Hey, you should talk to my buddy Christoph. Show him how to loosen up. He's too serious. And I wasn't looking forward to some of what was coming next, and nobody should touch any of that stuff. Ha! So, Christoph.
That was quite the display with Jarlath.
He's a bit off,
Bit
even for
off
blood.
even for a blood sailor, but he's a good man. Smarter than he seems too.
You've gained his confidence, though, and that means I can risk talking to you, but keep your questions quiet, alright? Vanguard's absence has everyone on edge. I have questions about my mission with the Blood Sailors is not focused on what you seek, but I will try to answer. If Vanguard is the leader, where is he? Vanguard has not arrived, and I doubt that he will. He might have meant to cause some suspense, but he rarely lets the crowd grow impatient. Vanguard is a showman. He does not like to disappoint, especially after taking such pains to make sure the auction was well known. He deliberately spread word of it. Perhaps if the rumor was true and he really has some kind of cure, he might draw attention to it in order to increase bidding on it. That, or maybe he wanted someone very important to hear it. He has had a long history of trying to bait Lord Nasher into action. Regardless, it appears his plans have been changed. I do not think Vanguard is fully in control of the situation anymore. You are thinking about revolt. I don't know. I heard rumblings. This Lieutenant Kellick's an impatient and greedy man. I can't say much more about this. There have been some steps taken to try and oust the old man. You should seek your answers downstairs. I'm sorry, I can't say more. To get downstairs, it's the only copy I have. You have to get by the chef, though. So, Avista.
You behave in here. Things are rough enough without bringing the chaos.
And always warn the person working the door. Just supposed to be an auction tonight. Must be something good on the block for so many people to show up, though. Is it a filler? Hi, YY Angel. So, wir können sonst noch reden. Mitjan. I got nothing worth seeing, just here to drink, not the auction. What have you heard about the auction, friend? It's supposed to be a plague cure or something. Vanguard wouldn't say, being his normal fleshy self. Zu viel reden. That ain't sitting too well with the crowd, though. Kellick had a fit. I think there's gonna be something. Was I saying something? I was saying something about a man named Kellick. Lieutenant Kellick thinks Vanguard is too old, too flashy, no respect for tradition, that man. I ain't saying anymore, except... Shh, they took her, you know, Darnay, that's Vanguard's woman. They took her downstairs, I think. I gotta sit down. Okay. Dann reden wir noch mit dem Auctioneer.
Greeting.
Let's have. I've got smuggler's coins specials for special items. Weapons. I've got magic double axe. Weapon is very nice. I've got magic longsword. Morning star. Armor. Magical shield from magical leather, which is a lovely suit of light armor. Habe ich überhaupt 15 davon? Ja, ne? Miscellaneous, magical cloak, magical sash. Magical sash sounds nice. Another time, perhaps. A sash of wow. Okay, that's bullshit. And the breastplate is really just a breastplate plus 1. Yeah, doesn't matter. It's money. I need to sell it though, and why not directly back to him?
Greeting.
Okay. Sadly, that's only usable by rogues. Let's go upstairs first, and if upstairs is a waste of time, I just reload. But I think it's a bit of experience. Because if I'm... Okay. I thought there were some, let's say, people... What they are called. In
Fair
here.
enough.
No spider.
Done and done.
Severing. It's money.
Fair enough. Done and done.
Empiric touch. Too bad I can't use that.
Fair enough.
Stop attacking everything, spider.
Done and done.
Grab all the things.
Hail to ye!
Greetings, my mate. Come to sit a bit in the heat. Have you good for the skin? Can I ask questions about who you are? Oh, by all means, I'd like that. Who are you? Ulfnog's my given name. It's unremarkable to your ears, no doubt, but I quite like it. It serves me well. I'm a traveler. Unfortunately, I happened to be in the winter when the plague began. I haven't stepped outside this inn for weeks. What are you doing here? Enjoying the heat, as I said, and the dark. It's quite pleasant in here once the door is closed. It shuts out the world. I don't much like the bustle downstairs. Them blood sailors are far too serious these days. They used to be, well, I'm droning on. What was that about blood sailors? Well, it's just that they used to be more fun. They had a right nonsensical bent to them that kept them on your toes. I know the plague probably has something to do with that, but there's more. It's like their leaders are taking them in a new direction. I've just had too much time to dwell on it. Stuck in here hiding from the plague. What do I care how uptight they get? Could I ask you something about this tavern? I suppose I spent most of my time here now, waiting out the plague, you see. Could be in worse places, I wager. Do you know what was planned for downstairs? Some fool auction, I think. I even heard there was some part of a queue on the block. Doesn't make sense, though. Why not? Why is the auction here? Something like that would command a huge price. Why bother with the thugs that gathered their coppers? I mean, if you expect a big bidder, the only reason to have the auction here is to have all the people see who that bidder is. I think someone was trying to show off, and now it looks like the show has been cancelled. The auction won't go ahead? Don't think so. Vanguard Bloodset himself was supposedly behind it, and he's late, very late. And there's some other odd things. Have you noticed anything odd around here? You realize you're asking a half-naked dwarf in a hot room what he thinks is strange, don't you? My answer could be hopelessly skewed. Odd or strange? Well, then bloodsailors have an unwholesome attachment to their ale. Not good dwarven ale, mind you, but foul and perverse mixings. It's away from that Jardik down there myself. He likes the hard stuff, and I mean hard to take. Back to the inn. Anything strange? Changes, shake-ups. The bloodsailors are upside down. Some are allowed in the basement now, and some aren't. Almost like they've split in two. I think there's been a shift in power. Vanguard hasn't been seen for a bit, and well, there's some questionable things happening in the basement. How do I get down there? Do they still have their poor chef guarding the door? I bet he doesn't appreciate his pantry being locked up any more than I do. I heard the password to get by him. You need a key or some stout picks, though. They don't even let him open the door himself. The password is Cornerstone. At least it ain't some Merryweather pompous nickname or somebody's dog. I hate it when thugs get cute like that. Thanks, how do you know all of this? You can learn a lot in a small dark room. Don't let anyone tell you different. I'll be leaving. A shame. I hope the night treats you well. Come back anytime. Wunderbar. Damit haben wir einen Weg am Chef vorbeigefunden. And for English viewers, I just said, wonderful, now we find a way to get past Chef without having to fight him.
Greetings.
Now don't go bothering me, I didn't want this job and I don't need this job. Just say the word and get moving, like all the rest. Who are you? What do you do? Who, me? I'm the chef, and these bloodsailors have me guarding the door because they've lost too many regular members to the plague. None, I'd rather be cooking now. If you have the password, you better spit it out. The password is Cornerstone. Right, good enough for me. In fact, that's good enough for the night. Anyone else with you, they can go on as well. I'm done with caring about the stupid door. I did my part, now I'm done. Thought as much. German is not really a simple language. So if I speak something in German and I forget that you're here, don't worry, just ask for translation. Sometimes when I'm in the thick of it, I forget that non-German speakers are around. And I'll happily translate for you what I just said. So, proceed with the buffing. Just had to check a message, sorry. Protection from evil, even though I don't think I need it here, because these are just pirates. Absolutely. It's the only thing this cleric can do. So everything is buffed except Greater Magic Weapon, which I will do later, because though why it lasts for 7 in-game hours, that should be enough until I have to rest again anyways. So why not use it from the get-go? And goodbye to you.
I'll do you in, I will!
Really? Okay. Thank you, Shaman. Oh, get back to looting. Okay, got everything. Got everything. So proceed to the next door with a save. Save often, save early, even though I'm just playing on normal, but yeah.
I'll put you in your place.
Your head!
It's still possible to die, and I don't want to die, actually.
You're dead twice over!
Okay. The spider was faster than I could set not to break it, but doesn't matter. Did not want the rapier, thank you very much. Yeah, though the battle is relatively short right now because the enemies are not that strong. I mean, I won't complain. Free experience is free experience. So, yeah. Like to cast a healing spell. Thank you very much. And I would like to save. Blood Sailor Lieutenant. Like that would be any hard. Action economy solves everything. Session shimmering, okay. Shaman, would you please? Okay.
Done and done.
And I don't know if this... Okay, no locked chests around us. That's something. Hopefully it isn't trapped. It kills me instantly. Of course it's trapped. Well, just paralyzed, that's okay. Okay. That was double trapped. Nice.
I always get my way.
Die at my hand!
Done and done.
I could take teleport back, take Tommy, have him disarm the traps. that would be probably the cheapest option because I already hired him. That would just cost me 50 gold, and that's not that much. If I could just order my spider to attack it, that would be even easier because I can just resummon that. Can you do something about the trap? No, you just walk into it. It's okay. But I sadly cannot control the spider well enough to send it there. Do not want to let this chest go, so we go and take Tommy. I do not like him particularly, but he gets at least traps done. For Sharwin, for Locke's Sharwin is usually enough, but she is sadly not good at handling traps. So Tommy, come here.
I figured.
So Sharwin is right by the entrance, that's nice. He is useful, absolutely. No one's denying that. Tommy, please handle traps. Thank you very much. I just don't really like him for a fight.
Done.
In a fight, I don't think he's really good enough. In my opinion. And it's just a club +1 and a diamond. I mean, yes, it's worth the money, but... yeah. Oh, rogues can be pretty strong, even in 3.0, which NWN Knights is based on. But they need a lot of setup and cooperation. And I think 3 midis is not really good. Because it gets cluttered and the pathfinding gets even
I
worse.
suspected you'd show up.
And that's my biggest issue with that. Else, the rogue with sneak attack and 2 daggers is really nice. I played NWN Knights. What did I play? I believe it was Shadows of Unrentide and Hearts of the Underdark. And went a rogue Shadow Dancer with hiding in plain sight. That was really strong. Permanent sneak attacks, basically. Without having to have
One
a
of the bards, I
companion.
believe I heard Lord Nash.
But yeah. That's about it. Okay, everything should be healer's kit +1. Don't need that. More to drop. Standard bullets I don't need anymore, thank you very much. So, we checked everything. And let's continue.
hope you like pain!
Let's just open every door. Okay, the spider is not attacking. The spider is stuck at the entrance.
Done and done.
Okay. Again. Why do my companions always get stuck? Shaman, why do you always go into melee range? Doesn't matter now. No, Shaman, please do not come into melee range. Thank you very much. I never played multiplayer in the Knights, but I generally don't really like multiplayer. I'm more of a single player type of player. Cloak of Elvenkind, height +10. Would be great if I was a rogue. Let's save for the chest. A large box. Is there something in the large box? That could be. If not, I will leave the large box here because it just weighs something and does not reduce weight. So that item is useless. So this here is exit. We don't want to use the exit yet, we want to look into every room.
I'll put you in your place. That's it! You're dead! You're
It's okay, I'll kill the ball.
to battle!
And now you will die. Congratulations, dear mage.
No escape! I'll see you dead!
What? Why am I near death? Why does he... Are you... shitting me? Of course, Sharwin got into melee range again. What else? The funny spider is still stuck. Amazing. So, healer's kit +1. Then I will just rest and resummon. It's okay. It's not like rest abusing is a thing in the single player version of this game. Basically any caster has to do that, especially wizards. God, when I had my wizard playthrough, I had to rest so many times. Yep. And the problem is that resting takes longer the more spells need to be recharged. So later on you have like almost a minute of resting. So, let us continue. Okay, nothing in here, just a bit of stuff. And I really like stuff, so that's okay. No. Yay, weapon rack. Diamaze. It's okay.
I always get my way.
Thank you for tuning in. I wish you good night or good sleep. And yeah, hope you tune in sometime again. I'm on vacation right now, so probably I'll stream again soon-ish. Tomorrow probably, because right here it's midday, 4 p.m.
Thank you for
But I wish you
saving
good
me.
sleep.
If that is indeed what you have done, I do not know you or your motives.
Thank you for your follow. Thank you very much. It's good to hear a kind voice. These men have not been gentle, and I fear their questions were growing ever more insistent. I am Darane, and I'm at your mercy. I'd hoped you were sent by Vengor, but I haven't heard from him. His auction was cut off. I want to ask about you. I have a question first, if you don't mind. Who do you serve? I won't say anything if you intend to use it against people I care about. I'm acting as a guard on the Erebeth and Nesha. I see. I begin to understand what your interest in Vengor and his Bloodsailors maybe. Ask you questions. I will try to answer. I want to ask about you. Very well, as I said, my name is Darane. I am in service to Vengor Bloodsail, the Scarlet Blade and foil of Lord Nesha Alangondo. Why are you imprisoned here? Good night. These were Calic's men. He was Vengor's lieutenant, and he wanted them to interrogate me and find out where Vengor is hiding. It would seem that Calic is no longer willing to follow my Vengor, but I certainly didn't think he would stoop to this. I want to ask about Vengor. Vengor Bloodsail, the Scarlet Blade. He is the former leader of the mutinous Bloodsailors, and he is my betrothed. We have been apart for far too long. Why have the Bloodsailors mutinied? It would appear that they have grown tired of Vengor. His methods of doing things are sometimes difficult to understand. They don't respect his grandiose plans like they used to. He has always stressed how things should be done with style, but now they just want profit. Is there one in particular who is guiding this revolt? Calic. He didn't approve this auction, so now he's trying to seize the Bloodsailors for his own. He doesn't appreciate artful schemes. Calic will kill Vengor if he finds him. The Bloodsailors will become a much more vicious group under him. Vengor always maintains some civility. Where's Calic? He couldn't wait for his men to finish with me. He probably made a guess as to where Vengor is and has gone to try and find him. Where's Vengor Bloodsail now? I can't say for certain, but he's an old pirate and set in his ways. He said I would know where to find him, and I have a few ideas. Vengor is on the run. So he'll go to where he thinks he's safe. He'll either go to the Silver Sails or the Aqueducts. I think both places lead on to an underground cache of his. If you help me find him, I will spare his life. I want to believe he really did mean for his option to help. You just want the right amount of cash, of flesh as well. Very well, find him. Take this locket. It was present from him. He said it was a key and it would let me enter the silver sails if I needed to find him. The silver sails in the west central area of the docks. There's a passage inside. Vanguard said it's safe, for him at least. Goodbye, farewell. I remember here. Vanguard will find me when the time is right to do so. If his game doesn't get even further out of hand. Okay. Da ist noch ein Exit. Den würden wir gerne nehmen. Den würden wir gern nehmen. Ich weiß nicht, wo er hinführt. Mind you, I do not know anything. What? Okay. Wir gehen jetzt... Wir gehen mal... Kann ich da rein? Das gucken wir jetzt. Ansonsten gehen wir, und selbst wenn das geht, gehen wir noch Silver Sails.
Sorry.
Nee, okay, da komme ich nicht rein. Das heißt, wir müssen Silver Sails nehmen. Und da haben wir zum Glück schon aufgeräumt drin. Das ist gut, dass wir hier schon aufgeräumt haben. Bevor ich durch die Tür gehe. Really? Egal, 10 Hitpoints sind 10 Hitpoints. Das macht nichts. Also, die sind jetzt nicht so tragisch. Ich habe... Bloated Dire Spider, okay. Das macht jetzt aber nichts. Die haben wir schon mehrfach bekämpft. Sollen jetzt noch mehr runterkommen. What?
I hope you like pain.
How dare you? Ach so, es war nur ein Knockdown. Ich dachte gerade tot. Echt jetzt? Sharon, please. Komm, ich lass uns heilen. Das ist günstiger. Gerade weil jetzt auch noch Stats down hattet. Verkaufen, verkaufen. Verkaufen, verkaufen. 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 So. Save. Ho.
I'll I'll put you in your place.
Oh god, Bombardier Beetle. How hard are they? Easy. But they removed my spell. Tooth of the Forge. Na, okay, dann ist es der Dolch. Dann rasten wir einmal hier. Ich will jetzt nicht schon wieder zurückporten. Wir haben nichts bekommen. Dann investiere ich lieber die 3 Sekunden. Buffs reapplyen. Spinne neu rufen. Hier fehlt noch ein Level up. Och, noch ein Haufen. Oh Gott, noch ein Haufen. Okay, let's go in there. Ancient symbol of Tyr, the meticulous carving that went in this. It's evident even though the dust of ages, it would be very vibrant, the temple of Tyr. Why did I know that would happen? More zombies! And no loot. Of course. Yes, please hit the zombie. That's even a zombie warrior. Not bad. Okay. Now that we have done that, let us go to the mysterious boat.
Done and done.
Okay.
What?
You look like you belong down here. It will be nice to have a new best friend. There's sewers got lonely aqueducts. I mean aqueducts. Please pardon my confusion. I'm still getting the hang of this new beautification program the city council put in place. The finer points of it seem to be giving things pretty names. You know, sewers become aqueducts, waste becomes surplus resource, and my cushy job at the castle becomes tour guide to the freaking sewers. But I'm not bitter. Has anyone else passed by this point? Well, now actually there were a couple of groups that I saw heading downstream. I thought it was a bit odd, but they didn't bother me. The first was just one man on his own, older gent and dressed in quite a finery. He looked like he knew where he was going. After him was a rough lot, and they looked like they had blood on their minds. Seemed a bit unsure where they were going, though. Where do these aqueducts go? Well, they join up with the older sewers ways down. There used to be some old storerooms back in there, but they ain't been used by the city for years and years. As the districts expand, access to these old areas got built over. Not a lot of people know the layout of these old tunnels. I hear voices down there on occasion, though. Can you take me downstream? Well, I can't leave my post here. An emergency might arise, and my special expertise might be needed. It could happen. I can send you down on your own. It ain't dangerous, leastwise I don't think so. Just say the word and you're good to go. Send me downstream. Yes, madam, merrily, merrily. Here we go. Here you go. And we are in the old sewers.
Ha! Bounder! You are not half the man your father was.
I won't let you squander this opportunity. This is just worth a fortune.
Life is measured by more than wealth,
You were
my
going
boy.
to auction the thing
A well-schemed
yourself.
plot
That
keeps
was
your name in the
showmanship.
history books. Make them think the prize is lost, and they respect you all the more when they get it.
What is this, Vengal? More of your old guard? Loyalists?
Yes, yes. This is my second wave, come to fight you.
I always get
Adventurers
my
all.
way.
We will defeat you. At them. Yes, that's the spirit. At them. Yes, that's the spirit. Let nothing stop you. Alec is a wealth of a man.
Fairy dust. Will you open the door for me, please? Arrow of the Vampire. Vanguard.
Well fought. You have proven quite the force, defeating Kalek like that. The lad was giving me trouble. No sense of style.
Well, still, I gather from your well-fortified self that I'm in further trouble, am I not? I've come for the cockatrice, Vanguard. Of course, I expected as much, though I was also hoping that Nasher would make an appearance. I stumbled upon the remains of a fine little bird that Nasher and his lackeys carelessly lost. Imagine my surprise at seeing some dog in the street carrying it. I merely wished to put it to good use. Now you'll hand it over for the good of everyone. Of course I will. Oh, don't look so surprised. What am I going to do with some mangy bird? Besides, I know full well how important the feathers of this beast are. My fun was in making Nasher want it. Since he won't play and my men have largely abandoned me, the ruse is over. The remains of the beast are in the crate. Take the feathers and my blessings. I have friends suffering from the plague too, you know. Nasher knows who I mean. Very well, get going then. As you will, farewell, my friend. Our paths will cross again, I'm sure. That was surprisingly easy. Funny how we never get a creature alive. So, hier haben wir noch eine Quest zum Abgeben. Das Amulett. Ja, wo ist er denn? Da vorne ist er. Himmel Masterson.
I greet you.
Hello again. I hope you have got news for me. I've seen no sign of Kalik on my amulet. I have your amulet here. Wonderful, snatched from fate and returned to family masters. And you see, Agnes, we masters don't get things done. Here you go. I'm pleased to return it. And I'm happy to take it. Here's some gold for your trouble. You may even live to spend it. Now I just will make it out of here. We can't break quarantine, but if we barricade the manor... Ich habe mir nicht angeguckt, was es kann, weil die Erfahrung ist mir Liebe.
I greet you.
So, dann gehen wir mal zu... Ach, komm, ich port mich. Piu.
One of the bards here in I believe I heard Lord
I've recovered one of the
Marshall himself humming
reagents
the
for
tune
the
in the
cure.
hall. Well done. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Explain about the cockatrice in Docks District.
That old scoundrel? I suppose I cannot expect such men to give up their ways, even in times like this. Where others have found only fate, battling the plague has drained the Is
You're
there
most
something
generous.
else you need? Farewell.
Goodbye. Was sagst du
You
jetzt?
are a welcome sight as always. Is this visit in regards to... We are all eagerly awaiting its recovery.
No, I'm injured, please. Thank you. And I require temple services. Verkaufen, verkaufen, verkaufen. Und verkaufen, und verkaufen, und verkaufen. Ich muss wieder Geld bekommen. So. Gehen wir mit Olaf reden. I have an artifact from one of the tombs, described to recover the ancient holy symbol of Tyr. We have not seen the like of these in many, many years. It brings new light to the wisdom of Harold Never and his companions. Not much, blah blah, blah blah. I shall return if I find more, blah. So. Jetzt gehen wir zum letzten Distrikt, dem Black Lake Distrikt.
Hello.
The Black Lake nobles won't make much of ragamuffin like you. The waiting's caused its fair share of conflict beyond these gates. Even if you've got quarantine clearance to get past me, there's nothing that will get you into the nobles' quarters. Aye, there was word you'd be having adventures to fill rank. What can I do for you then? Could you answer some questions about the Black Lake, if it doesn't take long? Well, best bet would be to talk to a guard in the area. Past my gate is a bit of the slums, but if you keep going, you'll reach the Black Lake gate. Other side of that is where Black Lake Gate Guard will be stationed. Maybe he'll have a better idea of how you'd fit in or help out. Be careful on the way in though, there's a burned out bit of the city between here and the Black Lake proper. Nothing got plague-crazed thugs in there. Black Lake is fine, but the first bit is dangerous as hell. Goodbye, bla bla. Und ja, wir sind immer noch an Kapitel 1, ne? Sandra!
Hey there.
Please, can you help me? I don't know what to do. Slow down, just tell me what's wrong. My name is Kendra and everything has gone wrong. So area is overrun and those bastards in the Black Lake don't care. They've locked themselves away, abandoning the whole place. Gee, why is this area in such a bad shape? After waiting began, we got caught between the quarantine and the Black Lake barricades. We were at the mercy of the plague thugs. Some of them used to be friends, but the plague took their minds, drove them mad, they became like animals, and Loxa showed up. Tell me about this Loxa. Loxa is a big half-orc, not sure where he came from. He showed up after the first few plague thugs started going mad. Loxa looted in their wake. After a while, when the place was disrupted, Loxa just started killing people and taking whatever he wanted. I think he realized the guards don't care about us in here. I think I'm one of the last survivors. I have no reason to stay. He's killed my family, taken everything. I just want to know he's dead before I try to get to the city core. I will see what I can do. You will? Thank you. Locks us in this no man's land somewhere. He's pretty much taken whatever houses he wanted. There's still plague mad thugs around too. Please be careful, you're the first person to get that. Bla 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 bla. Gehen wir halt ins erste Haus rein. Gott, es gibt so wenig Erfahrung mittlerweile. Naja, das ist halt aber auch darauf ausgelegt, dass man das auf jedem Level betreten kann. Es gibt natürlich Gebiete, die sind leichter und es gibt Gebiete, die sind schwerer, aber ausgelegt ist es auf jeden Level. I need a sword with perma haste or something like that. Something like that.
I have to always get my way.
Die!
Out of our way! Out of our way! I'll put you in your place.
Hier ist noch eine Hütte, die ich rein kann. Schade. Oh nein, meine Buffs laufen aus. Für die reicht's aber nicht.
I always get my way.
Okay, vier Erfahrung. Wie niedlich. So, die ganzen Sachen hier loot ich erst auf dem Weg zurück, weil ich muss hier eh immer noch ganz nach vorne.
We shall not be defeated!
Slit your throat!
Out of our way!
So. Hier geht's noch rein. Und ich glaube, hier war auch der Heinz dran. That's why. Natürlich tötet er noch meine Spinne, bevor er selbst drauf geht. Egal, ich sollte jetzt für den Rest von dem Gebiet sollte ich sie nicht brauchen. Schauen wir noch alles frei. Dann gehe ich zurück zum Eingang, loote alles. Oh no, not you. Das könnte jetzt böse enden.
Prepare to be eviscerated, fool!
Ich komme dich gleich wiederholen, Schabe. Alles in Ordnung.
No escape! I'll see you dead!
Nee, erst bitte den, der mir auch Schaden machen kann, nicht die zwei kleinen. Okay, die können mir theoretisch noch Crits reinhauen, aber... Nee. Nicht so schlimm wie die Hired Assassins. Okay, gehe ich halt meinen Weg jetzt anders. Alles okay. Wie viele Angriffe habe ich denn eigentlich? Warum habe ich immer noch nur einen Angriff? Das verstehe ich nicht. Ich müsste heute mal einen höheren BAB haben. Einen höheren Angriff haben. In place of a signature, that bears the mark of Stardust reptilian eye. Other than this marking, there's nothing to indicate who the author. Our agent within it has informed us that several of the water-living creatures has been delivered to Aribeth and now stored in the safety of Castle Never. If all of the creatures are recovered, a cure for the waiting death will be discovered and our efforts will be for naught. It will not be possible for our agent to orchestrate an attack upon Castle Never, as was done with the Academy. Those who serve Lady Aribeth must be stopped before they deliver the creatures to the safety of the castle at any cost. Should you succeed in this your rewards will surpass your grandest imaginings. Should you fail, you will feel pain and suffering such as no mortal was meant to bear. Long live people of the eye.
I'll carve you up.
Ja, so viel fehlt mir gar nicht mehr für ein Level up. Ja, euch 4 schaffe ich auch locker solo. Ein Tisch. So, dann zurück. Hallo Sharwin. Hallo Ari.
You are aware. We are all eagerly awaiting its.
From note, you were right to bring this fanfic, bla
Is there
bla,
anything
goodbye. Ich weiß nicht, ob man es direkt zu Fanfic bringen kann. Ich gehe einfach immer.
Hello again, and well met as always. Is there something I may do for you?
I thought you might be interested in this note. Let me see. A traitor? No one, sir. One who betrayed us at the academy? This would explain much. Everybody knew the academy was being used to outward the Davian creatures. Even the students themselves have heard the rumors. The attack was the result of gossip and loose lips from those Aribeth chose to trust instead of my faithful helmets. You'll be wasting our time looking for the Phantom Spy. The attackers knew enough to go straight to where the creatures were being held. You make a good point. The attack on the academy would not have been so efficient had they been relying solely on rumors. Rest assured, I intend to follow every lead in my efforts to find out who is honored to serve Neverwinter. Thank you, you are very generous, blah blah blah. Are we going now? Scheiß Dester. Hate him. Hate him so much. So. Rasten, damit meine Zauber und so alles wieder kommen. Grumble, grumble, grumble. So, aber ich buff mich jetzt noch nicht. Das mache ich erst, wenn ich in Black Lake Ryan komme. Yes. Erst wenn ich noch Black Lake Ryan komme, too. Sandra.
Hey there.
I have the head of the villain that was killing everyone. You do. I knew someone would make him pay. I knew there had to be some justice left somewhere. Thank you very much. There's something to give you, but I thank you, bla bla bla. Ich hab's für die Erfahrung gemacht, nicht für die 3 Punkte Richtung gut. Dankeschön, Spiel. Trank nehme ich immer mit. Trank ist immer was wert. Hier ist noch eine Tür. Bin ich in die nicht reingegangen? Weird.
I always get my way.
Echt jetzt? No Man's Land. Nein, 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 nein. No, my dear. But thank you nonetheless. Hide Armor +1. Nicht viel wert, aber ein bisschen was. Noch eine Tür. Hier ist aber nichts drin. Hier ist auch nur ein Goldstück drin. Amazing. Super. Das Fass habe ich schon. Der Wagen habe ich. Den Wagen, den habe ich noch nicht untersucht. Aber dann gehen wir jetzt nach Black Lake rein.
Hello.
Move along, you. The Black Lake District is off limits to all commoners, especially filth like you. I'm a member of the city guard in Aribeth's command. So one of those mercenaries in Aribeth, and they expect me to keep all the new recruits straight. Ah, fine, fine. I guess you can pass. I've been commanded to find about the Darien creatures. Have you heard anything about them? I just heard that they're supposed to cure the plague or something. I think you'd be a desperate fool who'd believe that monsters don't cure plagues. Have you heard any rumors? Sorry, no tales of monsters running about. The district's not that I've heard anyway. Maybe you've heard of someone who might know more, someone who's acting strangely. Acting strangely? Well, I suppose Meldonin would certainly qualify, although acting strange is nothing new for him. He's a wizard, they say. Sort of an odd bird amongst the nobility. People have been saying that Meldonin's hoarding food, some think that he should share some of it with a common foe. I don't know, I wouldn't go messing with Meldonin myself. Something else? Let me through the gate then. Fine, just don't make any trouble at the district. Ich sollte vielleicht meine Waffen auch wieder runterziehen. Ah, dann kann ich es einfach ablegen. Oh Gott, wenn ich jetzt noch wüsste, was mit Black Lake los war. Meldonin's grain warehouse, okay. Ich gehe hier nur durch. Magic wand, wand of lesser summoning.
Hello.
At last, only guess Mr. allowed in, and as low as he might be, I don't think he would stoop to associate with your tribe. But let's get I'm cleaning inside. Ask your questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Who are you? I'm just a guard trying to do his duty. Well, actually, I'm not much of a guard. I was a butler, but the door guard fell to the plague. So now I'm standing out here, pretending that I'm threatening. I don't even think I'm getting paid more for this. Do you know anything about the wailing death? I only know what everyone else has been saying. We're all doomed unless Aribeth and her crew can find a cure. Nothing you haven't heard before, I bet. Or something else? Interesting. What would I know about interesting? This is the first time I've outside in weeks. I'm usually inside, mining, dusting and whatnot. I'm looking for work. I don't know anyone who is. I'm just a butler. Guard too, I guess. Anything else you need? Why can't I enter? Well, actually, I don't much care one way or another. If you are set on entering, I'm not going to get in your way. Not really much of a fight. I'm supposed to be a butler after all. I'm only filling in because the dog guard died of plague. I wouldn't go in, though. It's not safe. Why isn't it safe? The guards inside are real tough. I'm not sure why Hodge didn't put them out here. Maybe he wants them as a surprise for burglars. I don't know. They attack on sight. Nothing more than killers, really. Working as a guard just lets them hurt people legally. I don't like them much. You really won't do anything if I go in? I told you I'm no guard. Goodbye. Guess where we are entering now? Rumbottoms Estate. Muss ich mal gerade gucken. sobald alles gezaubert ist. So. Tensions rising. Henchman, Temple of Tyr, Linus Tail, Moonstone Mask, Art of Theft, Rum Bottom. So. Hodge, okay. Ich bin genau dort, wo ich hin will.
Fair enough.
No spider, no.
Fair enough.
No spider, no.
Done and done.
Fuck you. Let's go everywhere and kill everything. Echt jetzt?
I always get my way.
Easy. Wie easy.
Fair enough.
Ach ja. Was macht ihr gerade so Schönes, die ihr mir zuschaut? Sofern mir jemand zuschaut. Ich weiß es nicht.
We shall not be defeated.
We shall not be defeated. So, Sharwin, please. Ich habe jetzt keinen Bock, jedes Mal die Spinne zurückzurufen.
Done and done.
Good day.
Ramen in my kitchen, what mangy dog choked you up, hmm? Bandit, thief. Relax, I won't hurt you. Say a few words, you get nothing from me. You're looking for Master Hodge, he is already gone. You'd think the bugger knew someone was coming. He's taking his master keys with him. I couldn't help if I wanted, which I don't. I don't get involved in the affairs of Master Hodge. I don't need the grief. Share a relationship with him. I don't know which of you is worse off now. Get, my muffins are burning. Aren't you quite the asshole? Jetzt habe ich nur ein Gold liegen gelassen. Oh no. Okay, ja. Ganz ehrlich, nein. Jetzt ist die Falle entschärft. Das ist mir egal. Das hat halt jetzt 300 EP gekostet. I don't fucking care. Oh, I should have rested and summoned beforehand. Sollte ich trotzdem schaffen.
We shall not be defeated!
Warum das? SQL-User anlegen ist doch eigentlich nicht schwer. Es kommt auf, okay, es kommt auf SQL an. Welches SQL ist es denn? MS SQL, MySQL, PostgreSQL. Darauf kommt es halt am meisten an. Ansonsten ist es eigentlich nicht schwer. MS SQL wahrscheinlich. Die müssen eigentlich nur in der MS SQL User Gruppe sein, die angelegt werden bei der Installation vom MS SQL Server. Wenn ich es richtig im Kopf habe. Ich arbeite nicht oft mit MS SQL, das heißt, es kann durchaus auch falsch liegen damit. Notfalls immer einfach in die Admin-Gruppe hinzufügen. Die haben eh Zugriff. Sofern du administrative Rechte hast. Aber dann kannst du eh keine User anlegen eigentlich. Wenn du keine Admin-Rechte hast. Ja, das müssen entweder Domänen oder lokale Nutzer sein, die darauf Zugriff bekommen. Du kannst auch lokal keine Admin-Rechte haben. Das ist alles möglich. Das ist dir bewusst, oder? Oh, ey, warum ist alles hier getrappt? Oh, ey, diese Fallen gehen mir so auf den Keks. Und mein Zauber ist weg. Super. Oh, nee. Ey, echt jetzt? Dann habe ich das letzte Mal gespeichert. Außerhalb. Super.
Listen to my words. You must hear them.
Hey, wie viel Fallen kann es in dem Drecksspiel geben? Vor allem, ja, einfach mal so 100 Schaden für eine Falle. Ist klar, ist super.
Hello to you.
Fuck you, Game, ey. Zugriff vielleicht einfach jede Tür, wo Fallen dran sind, von Schaben aufschießen, ey.
Fair enough.
Ey, 87 Schaden, Arsch offen.
Done and done.
Scharwind, bitte um die Falle kümmern, dankeschön. stimmt, ich mache ja keinen Schaden damit. Ich war bis Schaf in die Tür eingeschossen hat. Ist mir scheißegal. Mir ist sowas von scheißegal. Wisst ihr auch nur die Falle triggern, dass da dagegen geschossen wird, aber nein, tut's natürlich nicht. Warum auch immer.
Fair enough. Done and done.
Ich merke, dass ich langsam aber hangry werde. Ich sollte mir vielleicht etwas zu essen machen. Was ist los? Warum fehlt? Das ist typisches DAO-Handhabe von einem Server. Meine Spinne bleibt da dumm an der Wand stehen. Amazing.
Can stand before me. Have at me. Have at me.
Gemacht in dem Scheiß.
Fair enough.
Natürlich, ich gehe auch nur extra langsam, damit ich Fallen nicht sehe. Ich meine, ja wenigstens Rolls sehen würde. Für so Scheiß.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Oh nein, das tut man ja nicht.
Fair enough.
Natürlich jedes scheiß Stück abgeschlossen, ey. Oh, fucking hell.
Done and done.
Fair enough.
Wunderbar. Ja. Scheißfallen.
Done and done.
Super. Consists of an almost steady stream of profanities and curses. Apparently they have been exchanging sentiments for a great deal of time, and he is none too pleased with having had to flee his refuge yet again. Isn't it fair for vanquished foes? Gilded Urn. Aha. Was für eine Falle hast du jetzt die Tür? Okay, warum auch immer eine Tür einfach so nachträglich, nachdem sie schon offen ist, jemanden Schaden machen kann. Das kann mir, glaube ich, keiner erklären. Außer Schabel hat eine Tür geöffnet, die noch zu war. Dann ist das das Problem von dem Charakter selbst. Nee, es ist in Ordnung. Es ist in Ordnung. Ich mache hier erstmal Schluss. Bis später.